You were not born with a voice in your head. That inner monologue, the one that criticizes, corrects, explains, performs, it was built. Your inner voice is not some divine narrator. It's an echo chamber of every command you obeyed, every judgment you internalized, every word that hit too hard and stayed. You didn't choose it, but you can rebuild it. There's a strange idea in neuroscience called the default mode network. It's the part of your brain that activates when you're doing nothing, not solving a task, not having a conversation, just sitting. And in those moments, your brain gets loud. It reviews the past, predicts the future, simulates arguments, replays shame. It talks. That voice in your head, that's the default mode. But here's what they don't tell you. That voice was trained. Your default mode is a looping system built from the phrases you've heard the most, especially in childhood, especially when charged with emotion. Your brain doesn't distinguish between truth and repetition. It encodes what is frequent, not what is accurate. So if your early environment was chaotic, critical, or inconsistent, your default mode becomes a haunted corridor, replaying fear in your own voice. You think it's you, but it's mostly programming. A parent's tone, a teacher's disapproval, a culture's expectations, a doctrine, a dogma, a diagnosis. Over time, you don't need to be punished anymore. You do it to yourself, automatically. Not because you're weak, but because you're symbolic. Humans learn through ritual and repetition, and language is the most powerful ritual of all. Every phrase you repeat becomes a belief. Every belief becomes a filter, and every filter becomes your prison. So if you want to change, you can't just change your thoughts. You have to change the voice that thinks them. Let's go deeper. Think of your psyche as a temple. Every word you speak lays a brick. Every symbol you accept draws a blueprint. Every repetition carves a path in the stone. Most people live inside a temple they didn't build. Walls of shame, ceilings of limitation, hallways of anxious repetition. Each chamber echoes a different commandment. Don't be too much. You're not ready. Stay small. And they wonder why they feel trapped. But you are not the prisoner. You are the architect. You can't knock the temple down all at once. But you can start redesigning it, one ritual at a time. Step 1. Identify the dominant voice. Pause for a moment. Close your eyes. Listen for the first voice that speaks when you make a mistake. What does it sound like? Is it kind? Commanding? Sarcastic? Whose voice is it? A parent? A partner? A teacher? This is not metaphor. This is cognitive architecture. Your brain doesn't build abstract ideas. It builds from voice prints. It uses real, remembered voices to construct internal monologues. And if the voice you hear most often is harsh, that's not you. That's legacy code. Step 2. Write a new script. Pick a situation you struggle with. Let's say it's failure. The voice might say, "You always screw it up." Typical. You're not good enough. Now rewrite. But don't make it cheesy. Make it real. Grounded, strategic. Try, "This isn't the end." Learn, adjust. Try again. Or, "This one moment doesn't define you." You're not trying to be positive. You're trying to be ritualistic. These are not affirmations. They're neural directives. Step 3. Ritualize the replacement. Here's where it becomes magic. Write the new phrase down. Speak it aloud, slowly, at the same time every day. Anchor it to a physical action. A hand on your chest. A breath into your belly. A posture shift into presence. Say it when the old voice appears. Not once. Every time. This is a spell, and it needs repetition to hold. Try designing it like a sigil. A voice sigil cast with tone, gesture, and breath. You're not performing. You're reprogramming. Step 4. Guard the threshold. Rituals aren't just about addition. They're about protection. Your inner voice is shaped by what you allow in. That means limit exposure to voices that erode you. Interrupt entertainment that trains self-disgust. Mute, unfollow, block. Not out of avoidance, but as psychic hygiene. The nervous system doesn't just learn from intention. It learns from surrounding rhythm. If your days are soaked in irony, cruelty, and sarcasm, don't be surprised when your inner voice speaks in that dialect. Cleansing the input is part of rebuilding the temple. Your brain is plastic. Not in the fake sense. In the changeable sense. Every repeated phrase rewires a neural pathway. Every embodied ritual carves a deeper groove. This is long-term potentiation. This is Hebbian learning. Cells that fire together, wire together. So when you repeat a phrase with emotion, with presence, with breath, you lay new scaffolding for identity. Over time, the new voice becomes easier to access. It fires faster, louder, with less resistance. Eventually, it feels like you. Because now, it is. Let's be honest. Most inner voices are built by fear, by scarcity, by control. Don't stand out. Don't mess up. Don't want too much. And they served a purpose. Once, they kept you safe, small, contained. But what kept you safe as a child becomes a cage when you're grown, and no one is coming to update the script for you, unless you do it yourself. There's an ancient principle in temple design. As above, so below. The temple mirrors the cosmos. The outer architecture reflects the inner one. You are no different. The way you speak to yourself shapes the way you inhabit your body, which shapes how others respond, which reinforces your identity, which becomes reality. This is not abstract. This is how confidence is built, how shame is perpetuated, how the psyche is programmed, through tone, tempo, and repetition. So let's rebuild not just one phrase, but a structure, a sanctuary, a throne room, a ritual space in your mind where the voice that speaks is not your enemy, but your guardian. You can begin with these 4 cornerstones. Clarity, speak plainly. Drop vague insults like, I suck, or I'm trash. Use specific, truthful language. I'm anxious because I care. Let's prepare better next time. Compassion, not softness. Solidarity. Speak to yourself like someone worth fighting for. Command. Use decisive embodied phrases. Breathe. Stand tall. Keep going. Short. Somatic. Ritualistic. Creation. Don't just correct. Building speak in the direction of who you're becoming. We are becoming focused. We are learning to hold the line. We are practicing power. These are not just thoughts. They are spells of becoming. Because you're not just changing words. You're rebuilding the acoustics of your soul. But here's the secret. Every time you choose the new phrase, every time you interrupt the old loop, every time you speak from the future you instead of the wounded past, you lay another brick. You raise another beam. You light another flame in the dark hole of your psyche. And eventually, the echoes fade. Not because they're gone, but because the new voice has grown louder, more stable, more you. This isn't self-help. It's inner architecture. This is the ritual of becoming sovereign. And the blueprint is not hidden. It's in every moment you choose to speak with direction. Reality is not something you perceive. It's something you participate in. And your inner voice is the first architect. So the question is not, do I have a voice in my head? The question is, if you've heard a phrase in your mind that no longer serves you, write the replacement below. Let others borrow it. This is how the spell is broken and rewritten.